Double tap.
Hi everyone, welcome to 2021 Rites of Spring with Mountain Ancestors Grove here at the Prairie Home. Why set up like this? Well, if you go through our YouTube archive, you'll see that last year was the first time we were doing any sort of closed rites. It's when the lockdowns and quarantines and everything began for us as not only a state but as a world. And this marks 1 year of having rites like this, exclusively talking to my tripod and little two-eyed camera up there, Stiff Steve. So yeah, it's been an entire year, an entire turning of the wheel that we've been doing our rites virtually, exclusively. What a strange time. It seems like even though this is one of the two primary days to seek pagan balance, that we've been trying to seek that balance throughout the year. And we'll talk a little bit about balance later, and how it's difficult to find, and if you think you're there, then whoops, you end up falling on your tail. So, that being said, we're going to start this off. I have a script, which is off camera, which you can't see. If you see me turn and looking this way, I'm actually looking at the script that I'm going to be using. So, yeah. Without further ado, let's begin. May we be pure, that we may pass through the sacred. May we pass through the sacred, that we may attain the holy. May we attain the holy, that we be blessed in all things. Tonight, children of earth, we gather to celebrate the balance point between light and dark, between the frosty cool of mornings and the fiery heat of the afternoon sun, in thanks and gratitude for surviving the winter. We also gather to bless the tools of our trade, be it your keys that travels you from place to place, your laptops on which you write or do research, tools from your shrine if religious work is your primary work, your pen and paper, whatever you use to bring blessings of fertility, creative power, sustaining fortune, and abundance to you and yours. We invite you to gather those items so we can bless those at a later part in the rite for this season. The reason we do this right now is because in ancient times, this was a time that we couldn't really plant things yet. The earth wasn't quite ready. So the only things that we could do as an agrarian people to get ready for that is to prepare the tools so that our tools would be ready for when we actually dug in and did that work. So that's why we're blessing our tools now. Coming into that blossoming time, the planting time is coming very soon. And in preparation for that, we prepare and get ready our tools. So, that being said, we're going to do a 2 powers meditation, a little grounding and centering. Tonight's was chosen by Reverend Missy. It was written by a contemporary of ours, Reverend Jenny Hunt. And it is found in this book, The Fire on Our Hearths. It's the devotional for Three Cranes Grove out in Ohio. So if you haven't tuned into the Cranes yet, you can find them on YouTube, Facebook, all the regular places. Tune into the Cranes. They're just as entertaining, if not more so, than we are here at the Prairie Home. All right. So find a comfortable space within yourself. If you're seating, make sure you stack yourself up right on your sit bones. Don't fold back into your chair or flop about. Find a good posture to arrive as if you were the world tree itself holding up the cosmos. Close your eyes and be rooted to the earth. Take a deep breath and feel the cold. Exhale a small cloud. Am I on the right one?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Are we sure? Okay.
Sure.
Exhale a small cloud of frozen breath. Take a few moments to focus on the bitter cold. When you inhale, the icy chill fills your lungs, making you shiver and your teeth chatter. You may have felt at times during the past week that you'd never been so cold, that you may never be warm again. You've noticed the days getting longer, but it still just keeps getting colder and colder. See yourself as a bare, shivering tree on top of the windswept, craggy hill. The wind whistles through your bare branches, bending you back with its bitter, chill gusts until you think you will crack and be swept away. But your strong roots firmly grasp the rocks and frozen ground. You are firmly embedded and will not be swept away. Feel those roots stretch down past the rock, down past the frosty soil, and down into the warm, life-giving bosom of the earth. Draw that warmth and life up through your roots, up through frozen ground and rocks, up into your feet and legs, warming you, giving you energy, up through your groin and belly, warming your chest, flowing and warming your shoulders, arms, and hands. Roll your neck and shoulders as the warm earth waters flow up through your neck and head. You notice now that the sun has come out from behind the clouds, and you squint as its bright, distant heat warms your crown and mixes with the moist warmth from below. The sun grows stronger, and you feel its warmth on your face, warming your shoulders and arms, spreading down your back and filling your breast, swirling with the warm waters from below into your groin, down through your legs and into your feet. Chill though the wind may be, you draw warmth, light, and life from below and above. With your mind's eye, look around on this cold, craggy hilltop. Steam rises up from the frozen ground at your feet as the snow is melted from below and above. As you feel yourself thawing from the warmth that emanates from above and below, the warm vapor begins to dissipate from the air. The snow at your feet melts away and sinks down into the earth, carrying with it the warm energy from the sun. And the earth pushes up from below a single, perfect crocus, living proof of the return of warmth, both from below and above. You now realize that you are not alone on this hilltop, with nothing at all to break the bitter wind. There are others just like you all around, bare-branched and frozen nearly to the marrow. Without this grove of trees, you would indeed have been naked to the elements. Without those surrounding you, there would have been no windbreak to protect you, alone, at the mercy of the cold. We stand as a grove, greater than the sum of our parts. Children of earth, let us pray. The waters support and surround us, the land extends about us, the sky stretches out above us, at the center burns a living flame. May all the kindreds bless us. May our worship be true. May our actions be just. May our love be pure. Blessings, honor, and worship to the holy ones. As we continue in our work, let us remember the names of those upon whose land we now stand. This is an offering of tobacco. We honor and acknowledge that the land on which we reside is the traditional territory of the Ute, Cheyenne, and Arapaho peoples. We also recognize the 48 contemporary tribal nations that are historically tied to the lands that now make up the state of Colorado. We honor elders past, present, and future, and those who have stewarded this land throughout generations. We also recognize that government, academic, and cultural institutions were founded upon and continue to enact exclusions and erasures of indigenous people. May this acknowledgement demonstrate a commitment to working to dismantle ongoing legacies of oppression and inequities, and recognize the current and future contributions of Indigenous communities in the Front Range and beyond. Please accept this offering as a gift, representing our goodwill, and allow us the opportunity to make right what was long ago and even today made wrong. So say we all. We now call to the spirits of inspiration with a little booze. It's local. It's Long Tucky. If you're from Boulder, which is probably about a 15-minute drive away, for some bizarre reason, you think that Longmont is the furthest, most country place in the galaxy. Long Drive Mont, they call it. Long Tucky. So we in Longmont embraced that and decided to open up a spirits place, Long Tucky Spirits. And here's our moonshine. Good enough for the spirits of inspiration. Spirits of inspiration, you who bless and inspire our words, join us in the sacred space and silver our tongues. Honey our speech that our prayers may become sweet gifts to those who hear them. Spirits of inspiration, accept our offering. We now make offering to the sacred earth. Earth Mother, great sustainer, magnificent life giver. Known in this place as Colorado for land colored red, support us, your children, as we gather this day in celebration of spring. Everything we need comes from you, O great provider. We give you praise, O foundation and strength. Earth Mother, accept our offering. As our ancestors once did, so we do today. And so, God's be good, our children will do in the future. The long nights of winter are behind us, and the long days of summer lie before us. We stand upon the threshold of what was and what is to be. In this time of in-between, this moment of balance in an ever-changing, ebbing and flowing world, we offer thanks to the earth as she wakes up from her slumber and allows the first vestiges of green to peek through the snowy, damp soil. Finally, we tap into the energy of new growth and potential running through the earth in thick veins that we may bless the tools of our work. Let us build our sacred center. Sacred well, reaching down to the depths, connecting us to worlds deep beneath Earth Mother. Be blessed by the silver and open as a gate to the underworld, dwelling place for our honored dead. Sacred well, flow within us.
Sacred well, flow within us.
Holy fire, reaching skyward to the heavens, connecting us to worlds high above Earth Mother. Be kindled by this spark. Just like that. And open as a gate to the heavens, dwelling place of our shining gods. Holy fire, burn within us. Mighty tree, spanning across the cosmos, connecting all worlds above, below, and around Earth Mother. Be honored by this smoke. Be honored by this water. Be as a beacon to those in the middle world, dwelling place of the spirits of the land. Mighty tree, grow within us. With the center hallowed and open before us, we now invite and make offerings to the kindreds. We call to our ancestors, you who have gone before us, those of blood and bone, those of heart and honor, those of heart and spirit. Be warmed and welcomed by our fire. Bring the wisdom of your journeys to brighten the spirit of hope for the coming spring. Ancestors, accept our offering. We call out to the nature kin, you of the middle realm standing side by side with us, sharing in the bounty of the Earth Mother, guiding our feet along her paths. Be warmed and welcomed by our fire. Bring the purity of your hearts to brighten the spirit of hope for the coming spring. Nature kin, accept our offering. And we call out to the shining gods, goddesses, and deities, you who dwell on high, granters of vision's truth, bestowers of wisdom's grace, gilded guardians of inspiration's muse, be warmed and welcomed by our fire. Bring the powers of your healing to brighten the spirit of hope for the coming spring. Shining ones, accept our offering. So with good offerings made, children of earth, we have arrived at the part where we honor the being or deity or spirit of the occasion. Here at Equinox, we have lots of reasons and lots of things that we could plug in together for reasons. The thing that I brought to the table was balance. Rev Missy offers the following. The lore of the seasons is filled with tales of maiden goddesses who represent the newness and innocence of youth made manifest. Here in Colorado, we are as yet buried beneath the remnants of more than 2 feet of snow. This pillowy blanket lies heavy on the branches of our bushes and trees, but with the warming temperatures and growing presence of the face of the sun, these waters will be freed, sink into the earth, and feed the roots of that which is yet to awaken, deep in the quiet earth. May the spirit of hope grow within us as we honor the Lady of the Spring, as she begins her walk through the land, leaving greenery, peeking through the residual browns and grays of winter. Lady of Spring, goddess of waking earth, we welcome you. The wheel has turned and your time has come. We bask in the fresh air and warm breezes that herald your arrival. We welcome you, Lady, in our hearts and in our hearths. Lady of the Spring, as your bounty covers the land, we offer thanks and gratitude for your blessings of new life. Lady of Spring, accept our offering. So, I've been sitting with the idea of balance. Last year, even though it was equinox at this time, we were focused on different things. We were focused on getting people some sort of connection, some sort of sense of normalcy, some sort of beacon of spiritual hope, which is when this all kicked off about a year ago. Now that we've been doing this for a year, we can get back into the spirit of this high day, which is not only the freeing of the waters, which is not only all these things, but as an equinox, it's the balance point between the lightest and darkest, right? One of two. If you've been here before, you've heard me say that balance is an illusion. Balance, you probably heard me say more intense words than illusion. Balance is something we pass through while we're looking for it. As a martial artist, this becomes painfully clear. There is no idea of you can perfectly balance, but you can't be perfectly balanced, if that makes sense. When you perfectly balance, that just means you're not falling over. If you're not falling over right now, you're perfectly balanced. If you're moving through space, walking, running, cooking in the kitchen, gardening, moving through space, and you don't topple over, you're balancing. You're perfectly balanced. We put this baggage on balance like it's this thing. But balance in each moment may require something different. There is no single prescription to balance. We can't say, in order to find balance, lean to the front, just lean forward. What if it's not right to lean forward? What if we're on an incline? What if the right way to do it is lean back? Balance is based on what we need in each moment to try to find it. It's always something different. We don't have one virtue. We have 9. Because depending on which direction we need to find balance, we may need to apply wisdom. We may need to persevere. We may need to be generous and hospitable in order to find balance. It's not just one thing. So in the spirit of being the right thing in the right moment when we need to be, I would like to offer a prayer. Children of Earth, let us pray. In this lifetime and the next, may we be as great libraries for all seeking liberation from ignorance. May we be holy flames that all lost in darkness can find their way. May we be as seers' tools, maps to guide others to places unknown. May we be bridges for all crossing the river of fear. May we be the very spirit of perseverance for all who want to surrender. May we be cleansing springs against the stains of disgrace. May we be laden tables that all may receive and be sustained. May we be as fertile soil, an impelling force of growth for all. And may we be as a finely tuned scale for all seeking balance, and a servant to all in need. So say we all. So with that said, we have given our love and wealth to the powers, that they may know our intentions and our spirit. Kindreds all, if we have made any error, no, it was not out of disrespect, but out of what makes us who we are, our humanity. Now, let the voices arise on the fire, let the voices resound in the well. Let words pass the boundary to the other worlds as we say, Lady of Spring, kindreds all, accept our offerings. All right, for those playing along at home, it's omen time. So, what blessing will be ours for the next 6-ish weeks? Yeah, about every 6 weeks we have one of these. Oh, God's be good. May the true sight be upon me and the true words be mine. May I be blessed with wit, wisdom, and understanding, that I may hear, see, know, and share. It's a live show, folks.
And just put that anywhere.
Just put that anywhere. Over this last year, we have managed, through sheer force of will and determination, to not let our fires go out. Even if they did, we were on top of it collectively as a people, working to get that fire going again. And we have managed, through great need, to be able to produce fire when we needed it. Now we have come to the time of looking to plant seeds. We've been sitting for that year, we've been gestating and growing, and now we feel like we have a lot of potential. We see this in our society when people are filled with that seed possibility. They're ready to get back out and do the thing. But what we have to remember is that we can't just, like Johnny Appleseed, go and throw apple seeds everywhere and hope for the best. We need to be more intentional about that. So the guidance is to keep, start with planting small gardens. Start with those around you. Start with yourself first. Start with your household, your family. Start with the people who are in your connected pods and small families. There's a place to put that potential. I know we've been working hard and and we got this handful of seeds and we're ready to do the thing. And keep it tight, right? Keep it slow. We have them. Move slowly into the world. Move intentionally. Focus on what's around you now. This I have seen. It's a favorable omen, to be honest. It's not necessarily foreboding. It's telling us that in this upcoming time of getting ready for what's to come, remember hard work to get what you need. Remember that we have a ton of potential, and remember that we can't go spreading that potential around without some mindfulness to taking care of that which is ours first, our direct responsibility. A good omen. So, take a moment, reflect upon the omen. Consider first how these blessings affect you, how you can find their expression in your life. Next, consider how these blessings relate to all of us, how our community as a whole, and this grove in particular, might be affected by the blessings of the kindreds. Now, in your mind's eye, see these blessings manifest as a mist around us, a shining ray from the heavens, a deep well from the bosom of the earth. See the blessings in your own way, and know the gods pour them out for you. Speaking of pouring the waters, let's pour some. All waters are, by their very nature, sacred. Having touched and passed through all the realms, welling up from below the place of potential, pooling across the middle realms, being kissed by the sun, vaporizing and flying up to the heavens, gathering in clouds, coming back down again. We know it as the water cycle. But there's something very mystical about that. This is the same water that we've always had. This isn't like special Colorado water. I mean, we're talking the earth is a very old place. So this water very well may have been in Timbuktu at some point. This water may have been in Africa that was in a pond that dinosaurs drank out of. This may have passed through my enemies at some point. This may have been a part in a stew pot evaporating off of a stove from people I love. All waters, not some of the waters, all, like all y'all, y'all means all waters are sacred. And since we're made of so dang much of it, 90-something%, sit on that one for a while. What are we doing with our sacrality? Many are the gifts we've been given. On this day, kindreds, you have offered us the recognition of hard work, of potential, and of mindfulness and reasonability in spreading that potential. Just as we have made offerings to the sacred fire, that they may be transformed into a form that you can use, so too do we ask that you pour forth your blessings into this cup, that we may receive them. Grant us your blessings, kindreds, and give us the waters. Blessings flow through us, sustain us, renew us. Behold the waters of life. Behold the waters of life. Waters of life. For those who are at home and you have your waters with you, I really hope you do. Get those waters into you. Feel those blessings. They carry the blessings of this omen through the magic of the internet. They're with you right now, trust me, in your cup, in your vessel. And as you imbibe them, they become part of you. We only had one prayer request, and it was a silent one, so give me a hot minute. So, with our prayer requests done, let's go bless the tools. We have work to do. Live show, folks. For reals. Alrighty. So, Gods be good. You have made camera switches and you are marveling at the technology here at the Prairie Home, thanks to you at home. That being said, we're going to bless these tools. Here we have some of the tools that Missy and I use for our work. We have our stolas. Missy has her sickle and her initiate's token. We have runes and all sorts of divination tools that we carry with us for our work. Missy has the tools of her secular job. Her car keys, because she drives around a lot. Name badges, keys to get in at work. Missy writes prolifically. So we have this swell new journal that got picked up, as well as a clever pen. The tool for my trade, I don't have a secular job like most folks. I have one job and this is it. I chose for the tool of my trade my staff. This is a Joe. That's what this is called. It's not a bow. A Joe. It only comes up to about your armpit height. This has been with me on my martial journey. This has been with me on my druidic journey. This is probably one of the oldest things that I own, for as good as it looks. If you could see it up close, you'd see all the dents in it from different martial arts seminars and things across the years. But this embodies my work for me because of my approach to my druidry. It has a very martial tinge to it, has a very Eastern seasoning, as well as just being the tool of druidry, the staff. So, that being said, this clever blessing written right here. So, during this awakening of the earth, we see first flowers awakened by magic of the goddess. These flowers, we had some flowers around here. Live show, folks. We might just use water, who knows. Hey, flowers. We are using flowers. Is this supposed to be the aspergillum?
No.
No, okay. So, these flowers will now be used to spread the magic to the tools we use in our daily lives. So if you have your tools out there, get them ready. By the lady's charge, we place these flowers upon the tools of the trade. And for you at home, we water them with the blessings of the kindreds, given to us in exchange for our piety and right action. May these tools and yours be blessed by their hands. May they be blessed by the mother's hands. May they bless the hands that hold them. May the work completed through these tools come to fruition in their time. So say we all. Okay, now, you'll join me back at camera 1. We'll be back there and we'll close off the rite. So, thanks for joining me back in the other room. All right, first we'd like to thank the Lady of the Spring and the Spirit of Balance. Lady of Spring and Spirit of Balance, for all your aid in our lives, we offer our full honor and thanks. Lady of Spring, Spirit of Balance, we thank you. Kindreds all, shining gods above, ancestors who have come before us, nature kin all around us, for your aid and blessing in our lives, we offer our full honor and thanks. Kindreds all, we thank you. Now, may the well be but water and the fire be but flame. May all be as it was, save for the blessings that have flowed through this space and the gifts that have been exchanged in all directions. Children of Earth, let the gates be closed. Earth Mother, for your continued sustenance and blessing us throughout our lives, we offer you our full honor and thanks. Earth Mother, we thank you. Spirit of Inspiration, for keeping us on our toes, silvering our tongues and honeying our words. For all of your aid in our life, we offer our full honor and thanks. Spirits of Inspiration, we thank you. That being said, we have come to the end of our rites here for the Rites of Spring 2021. May your blessed tools and this rich omen carry you through the next 6 weeks and beyond. We have an upcoming moon rite that you can tune in for this next Saturday. Next Saturday, I believe. Check the calendar. This stuff is all on the calendar. Check our YouTube page, our Facebook. Go to our website, mountainancestors.org. We have our calendar of events and things that's going on there. Before the final thank you, just a quick update on where we're at here at the Prairie Home as far as COVID restrictions and opening things back up. I'm sure people are very interested and anxious. So, the rule that we are going by, based on our omen, even though we have a lot of potential and we're like full of that ready to go, we've made it through the hard work times. Just like the omen says, we need to start small. We've been doing it just family. The next level out from that is probably going to be starting to have our board of directors, people who have been longtime members, people who have completed the dedicate work, all of those things to come and help with rituals so that we have a little bit more variety. Maybe we have multiple voices. We're still going to be very mindful as far as congregants goes, but we are going to have some more ritual helpers and people mulling about in the future. This is all, of course, based on their vaccination status. Missy has had hers. Timmy and I'm in the group that I get to, actually I get to make my appointment on Monday. I'm in the group that Faith Leaders is in. So I'll be getting my vaccinations relatively soon. So probably, God's be good, by the next High Day, you may see some other players here at the Prairie Hall. We want you back, okay? Please know that if we could have this any other way, safely and wisely, we would. But in the spirit of wisdom and patience and perseverance, this is how we're going to roll this out. So, thank you for your patience. Thank you for tuning in. May the blessings of this season be rich upon you. May you be laden with blessings. Go now, children of earth, in peace. These rites have come to an end. Take that fire from the shrine. Take this fire with you. Carry it in your heart until you need to come and get it refreshed again. Be blessed. Walk with wisdom, and we'll see you next time. Take care, everyone.